In a world not so different from our own, capitalists ruled strong. People had to pay for things. A world where cinema was about selling a product rather than the art. This world is ruled by bourgeois scum, whose power was legitimized by the statue that represents them. Without this statue, they would be nothing, which is why the scum needed to protect it at all costs.
Boise! Have you heard the news?
I've heard it all. It's outrageous. Deplorable.
They're splicing film and making a mockery of our stories.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call them stories.
Hey, if it sells, it's a story to me.
Boise's. Our businesses. If they have their way, will be nothing.
Preposterous. They have nothing to sell. No one will ever buy their garbled garbage.
You stupid idiot fool boy. We won't even need the Indies coming after us with you around.
Apologies, Master.
This idiot. He'll be the end of us, I just know it.
Don't worry, my friends. Even with this idiot St. George around, those drugged up film splicers will never get a hold of us. We own film. We are film. Now go! We must protect the statue. Leave no survivors.
This was a dark world, a sad world, one that I did not want to live in. While the rest of the world seemed to understand me, truly appreciate my work, the Soviet film community hated how my revolutionary editing techniques of montage defied the socialist realism status quo. They insisted I officially apologized for it, promised that I conform. I had enough with making their propaganda. I was ready to make films the way I saw fit. I was ready to change the world, and wasn't going to let anyone stop me. The name is Sergei M. Eisenstein. M is for mutiny. Today the day we fight back against the man. Today the day me and my boys put independent cinema back on the pedestal. Today is the day we storm those commercial film fucks and take back what's rightfully ours. My commander, my crew, Hans Richter, also known as General Tilly, negotiations expert. Richter is a master of deceit. He knows his enemies well, better than they know themselves. But he has one fatal weakness, and that is his loyalty. His loyalty to his craft and his commitment to the independence. He can only hide for so long. No veil can ever cloak his true purpose, and one day the world will know him as I do. Next is Bela Balaz d'Artagnan, master of the close-up of the human face and a good friend of mine. He understands that film has a tempo and that close-ups are filmed true to it. His mastery of the close-up can make any silent face speak the truth. And then there is me, captain of these boys here. Elniki, our time has come. It is time to take back what is rightfully ours. The spirit of commercial cinema has reigned too long. No longer will we stand by while he coaxes the crowds with his linear storylines.
You fools think you can just walk in here? You must be as dumb as your films.
Il est à moi!
Tokayasta boy hands! To the top we go!
Despicable. What kind of cause are you fighting for? This is what cinema is all about. The ability to produce hundreds of movies that appeal to the masses is the very reason we're on top. No one cares about your pretentious ideas. Why experiment when a formula always succeeds? You think that just because you can review films and wrote Der sichtbare Mensch, that means you can dictate how they're made? This is the end of the line for you, buddy.
You lack close-ups. Through its close-ups, a good film will teach you to read the score of the polyphony of life. The individual voices of all things which go to make up the great symphony.
I just want to be loved.
It's harder than my parents' divorce. Clear that area. We'll meet back here soon.
Я скачу, но я скачу иначе. По камням, по лужам, по росе бег мой назван и находил. Значит, по-другому.
Well, it looks like Rismus 27 won't be happening anytime soon. You said that you invented the first abstract film, but really all your moves are just as predictable as your politics.
Actions speak louder than words. Or is that something you forgot when you started releasing talkies?
It's too late. We won.
My actions are not as predictable as you might think.
Нет, Рихтер. Who will make Dadaist-inspired films if you die?
Don't worry about me. Do what needs to be done. For the art of cinema must live on.
Eisenstein, you poor naive fool. When will you see how much you need me?
How so?
Well, your cubist friends, your avant-garde friends, they were all hacks. But you, my friend, you have a true talent.
You killed them. You killed them all.
Your montage techniques were very revolutionary, but you used them to serve the Soviet state, and then you used them to serve the art world. Why not use them to serve yourself? You know, I've been to the other side, and the grass is greener. It's much greener. Come on, Eisenstein. Everyone has a price. Even you. Go to America. They love your work there. You'll have fans. You'll be a king. Isn't that what you want?
Do you know why I left Russia? Do you know why I left? It wasn't harsh Siberian winters in log cabins. It wasn't babushka's puree and kolbasa for a week at a time. I left Russia because I was a slave to my own work. Sure, I could make montages, but they only served the state. They only served the USSR and the Коммунистическая партия. Go to America? Go to America? Who I serve in America? Big pocket producers and adoring fans?
Can't you see? You would serve yourself, Eisenstein. You would have everything. You would have everything the world has to offer.
No, Captain. No. I would be a broken man. Like you, I would be slave to my own greed. My friends, my bratya that you killed were the freest in the world. Nobody to mold them, nothing to mold them but the bounds of the earth itself. I will follow your advice. I will serve myself. I will serve the world. And I will free the world from these pathetic chains of commercialism. Independent film will rule once more. Starting today.
You're a fool, Eisenstein! You're a bigger fool than Richter. Cubism, what a joke. That man, he would have sold you out for the first dollar he saw.
Never know Richter. You will never know Richter like I did. And so, my friends, our story ends. The great artists of the world seized commercialism and came out victors. Never again will artists have to conform to the bounds of marketability, and it's all thanks to the sacrifice of my friend Hans Richter. I will never forget his passion, and I will never cease to let the world know who he was. We were like soulmates in love. Moral of story, love, not war.